The communique issued at the end of the meeting that we held today is self-explanatory. It's not about rampant and unchecked roaming about of anyone. In the first instance, as expressed in that communique, the governor of Ondo State made it clear that he was concerned about those occupying the forest reserve without permit, and that was not specifically targeted at herdsmen, but those masquerading as herdsmen. So there was no eviction order from the governor of Ondo State against Fulani herdsmen or any herdsmen for that matter. And the reporting of this at best was mischievous, it was sensational. And I think we should concentrate on the substance. How do we manage diversity and difference in our country? That's what the Nigerian Governors Forum is interested in. And we're interested in checking criminality in whatever hue or form it comes. Criminality has no ethnicity, coloration, and we should refrain from ethnic profiling of criminals. Let's focus on apprehending criminals and insisting on criminals being punished for their crimes, because that is really what concerns ordinary Nigerians. And our duty as governors is to ensure the security and welfare of Nigerians who reside within the jurisdiction that we're elected to govern. The Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, they themselves are not averse to those in forest reserves being registered. They did not express any aversion to that. What they were concerned about was an indiscriminate eviction notice. And there was no eviction notice either against Fulani herdsmen or against Igbira farmers or against any Nigerian living in Ondo State or any part of the Southwest for that matter. Those who chose to make a mountain out of a molehill are the ones responsible for this misperception and misconstrual of the governor's position. The governor is clearly concerned about security in his state. Many people have been kidnapped. Some have even been killed in the process. And he has a right, as the chief security officer of his state, to be worried and to do something about this, because that's why he is elected to office. That's why we're all elected, to protect the citizens and residents in our various states. So there's no need for him to apologize about that, and he didn't do that. All he stated was that he never issued an eviction notice to any Fulani or any ethnic group for that matter. And this matter really should be about the security of lives and property in a state. There was an ultimatum. The ultimatum was focused on all illegal occupants of the forest reserve in Ondo State. It was not an eviction notice against Fulani herdsmen living in Ondo State. The whole of Ondo State is not a forest reserve. There are designated forest reserves in Ondo State, and I think that's the area concerned in the ultimatum given. And it was an ultimatum to register if you're not already registered and you're illegally occupying the forest reserve areas. And let's come down to brass tacks, Kaldi. Even legitimate Fulani herdsmen are victims of crime and criminality. Some of them are also being kidnapped by these criminals that we're talking about. And that is why I do not want us to focus on the ethnicity of criminals, but to treat criminals and brigands for who they are and bring them to book in accordance with the laws of the land. I think that's what needs to happen now. We have to be tough on crime, and we also have to be tough on the causes of crime. Some of the causes may be well beyond the role of the herdsmen themselves, because they are not being labeled as criminals. But we have challenges with desertification that is forcing many cattle breeders to look for grazing land that are more fertile, which inevitably happens to be more down south. You also have a proliferation of small arms and light weapons following the crisis in Libya and the ungoverned Sahel region. All of these are inextricably intertwined with the security crisis that we're confronting all over Nigeria, not just in the Southwest. I have had cause in the last month on behalf of the Nigerian Governors Forum to be in Borno State, to be in Katsina State, to be in Ondo State. These are different parts of Nigeria, and there are situations of insecurity in all these parts, including kidnapping, including banditry, including insurgency. So let's focus on insecurity and how to tackle insecurity. Don't let's engage in ethnic labeling or profiling. However, federal government does not have land anywhere. Land are held in trust on behalf of the people by the governors in various states. The areas in question are landed property that are under the control of governors, and governors have a responsibility, indeed a duty, to protect every resident and citizen that is utilizing the land. So trying to make a distinction between federal and state is really a non sequitur. Today at our meeting, we had federal representatives. There are police commissioners in our meeting. There are Amotekun commanders in our meeting. There are civil defense authorities in our meeting. For us, both federal institutions responsible for security and state outfits responsible for security ought to complement one another in order to achieve what our citizens want, which is maximum security that can allow development and economic progress in the land. That is what is being affected by this unfortunate insecurity in the country. Allah and government have been involved. We need to strengthen the partnership for peace. But Miyetti Allah, to the best of my own knowledge, they've always been actively involved in conflict management and conflict resolution. The president of Miyetti Allah, the national president, informed the meeting in Akure today that he was just returning from Yobe, where he had gone on a similar mission to work with the government of Yobe and stakeholders in order to stem the tide of insecurity in Yobe State. And they do this almost on a regular basis. I know for a fact, because they've been in my own state, they've been involved in conflict management since Governor Fayoshe's era, and they continued when I took over as governor in the state. So I'm not so sure the terminology to use for this is a template, but we need to strengthen partnership. We need to build bridges of understanding, and we need to avoid ethnic profiling so that Miyetti Allah, Ondo State citizens, Nigerians as a whole can sleep with their two eyes closed, and the security agencies can go after criminals without minding whose ox is God, regardless of their origin or their status or their religion, because that is not relevant to criminality. What should be relevant to us is how can we strengthen security and ensure that we protect our citizens from this avoidable and unfortunate development, and create economic opportunities, because we also must acknowledge that crime is also linked to poverty, is also linked to lack of opportunities, and we must provide much more opportunities for our citizens so that they can focus on livelihood development rather than looking for opportunities for criminal engagement.